Hello and a very good evening. You're watching the news at 6 on Rajya Sabha television with me, Frank Pereira. Here are the headlines. Manohar Parrikar takes oath as the Chief Minister of Goa after Supreme Court refuses a stay on the ceremony, orders a floor test in Assembly on Thursday. Suspense over government formation ends in Manipur too. Governor Nejma Heptullah invites BJP to form the government. N. Biren Singh to take oath as Chief Minister tomorrow. (4-1) down after the electoral debacle. Rahul Gandhi finally admits the Congress needs a structural and organizational change. Finally breaks his silence after the party's worst performance in Uttar Pradesh. Parliament passes the Enemy Property Amendment and Validation Bill of 2016. Successors of those who migrated to Pakistan and China during partition will now have no claim over properties left behind. And North Korea warns the US and South Korea with merciless strikes if its sovereignty is threatened by a US carrier during joint exercises with South Korean forces. Manohar Parrikar took oath as the Chief Minister of Goa once again, even as he prepares for the trust vote on the floor of the Assembly on Thursday. Parrikar was administered the oath by Governor Mridula Sinha after he claimed the support of 21 MLAs. The BJP had won 13 seats and claims the support of 3 MLAs of the MGP, 3 of the GFP and 2 independents. The swearing-in followed the Supreme Court refusing to stay the swearing-in as petitioned by the Congress party that won 17 seats, making it the single largest party in the Assembly. The Congress told the Supreme Court that Governor Sinha's decision to invite the BJP was illegal and unconstitutional.
Manohar Parrikar took oath as Goa Chief Minister on Tuesday after the Supreme Court refused to stay his swearing-in. The Supreme Court, however, has asked him to prove majority in the Assembly in a trust vote on Thursday.
ये हमेशा एक प्रक्रिया रही है कि सिंगल लार्जेस्ट पार्टी को पहले आमंत्रित किया जाता है। आपको याद होगा डॉक्टर शंकर दयाल शर्मा ने भी यही किया था। सिंगल लार्जेस्ट पार्टी जब वो राष्ट्रपति थे, सिंगल लार्जेस्ट पार्टी को ही बुलाया गया था। तो माननीय महामहिम को ये प्रक्रिया अपनानी चाहिए थी।
The Congress that emerged as the single largest party in the state in the recently concluded election had moved the apex court, calling Governor Mridula Sinha's decision to invite the BJP to form the government illegal and a blatant unconstitutional action. They had also sought a stay on Parrikar's swearing-in.
What the BJP has done in Manipur and it has done in Goa is basically the ideology of the BJP, and that is what we are fighting.
The governor, who is a custodian of law and custodian of the constitution, is supposed to invite the single largest party to the office. Because we did not receive the invitation, we wrote to her on 12th. We came up to this gate. They said 12th being a holiday, the office was closed.
The court that held a special sitting headed by Chief Justice J.S. Kheher spelled a setback for the Congress when it said, if you had the numbers, you would have held a dharna at the governor's house. Congress's petition to judges also does not evidence that it has the needed support. In the 40-member house, the Congress has 17 MLAs while the BJP has 13. Parrikar has claimed the support of 3 members of the Maharashtra Gomantak Party, 3 members of the Goa Forward Party and 2 independents.
BJP is saying we have the numbers. Congress is saying we don't have the numbers, but give an opportunity to become government, then we'll mobilize the members. We have mobilized the members and went to governor. They are saying we don't have the numbers, but you make us chief minister, then we'll get the numbers. And they go to Supreme Court of India also. The government led by Sri Manohar Parrikar is ready to prove its majority on the floor of the house in no time.
All eyes are now on the 16th of March when Manohar Parrikar will have to prove his numbers on the floor of the Goa Assembly. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, the BJP is all set to form its first government in Manipur after 4 MLAs of the Naga People's Front extended their support to the party. Manipur had a hung assembly after the recently concluded assembly elections, with Congress falling 3 short of the 31 seats to get majority in the 60-member House. The BJP, however, with 21 MLAs, is now claiming support of 11 MLAs from other parties, taking it beyond the magic mark. NDA ally, the Naga People's Front, has extended its support to the BJP in Manipur. 4 Naga People's Front MLAs met with Governor Nejma Heptullah on Tuesday in support of the BJP government, which is taking claim to form its first ever government in the northeastern state. BJP is claiming the support of 32 MLAs in the 60-member assembly. Earlier on Sunday, the party delegation met the governor with 21 party MLAs besides 4 MLAs of the National People's Party, 1 from the Lok Janshakti Party and 1 MLA from the Trinamool Congress. The BJP also claims to have the support of a Congress MLA, Shyam Kumar, one of the 28 Congress MLAs who defected to the BJP on Saturday.
Now everything, all the documents, all the letters of support, all clarification has been given to Her Excellency the Governor. So I think now the Governor will take the call, and we're waiting for the Governor to make a call and decide and invite us to form the government. We are just waiting for the Election Commission formal notification. The minute formal notification issued, Excellency Governor will start the process, and we have clear majority.
BJP on Monday put forward the name of N. Biren Singh as the next Chief Minister of Manipur. The decision was taken unanimously at a meeting of BJP legislators in the presence of 2 central ministers, Piyush Goyal and Prakash Javadekar, in Imphal.
He has the support. The Bharatiya Janata Party will be forming the government with the support of 2-3 parties, the Naga People's, the NPF, the NPP, the LJP, and certain other duly elected MLAs.
Meanwhile, Congress has alleged the governor of being incompetent, saying that being the single largest party with 28 MLAs, it should have been given the first opportunity to form the government in the state.
The Supreme Court, हाउस में किसका बहुमत है, इसका फैसला न गवर्नर के पास हो सकता है, इसका फैसला केवल मात्र असेंबली में होगा. जब गवर्नर निर्णय कर लेंगे कि किसको बुलाना है, तब उनके निर्णय के अनुसार विधानसभा के अंदर जो टेस्ट होगा, जिसकी मेजॉरिटी होगी, वो सर्वाइव करेगा.
Chief Minister Ibobi Singh submitted his resignation to Nejma Heptullah on Monday night after being prodded by the governor. Ibobi Singh, after quitting as Chief Minister, also staked claim to form the government. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha Television. Well, the Congress party's poor show in the assembly elections in 2 out of the 5 states, especially Uttar Pradesh, has forced the leadership to admit that the party needs to reorganize. Party Vice President Rahul Gandhi has said, though, that he was happy with the result in Punjab, Manipur and Goa. The party needs to make structural and organizational changes.
We are in the opposition, and you have ups and downs. So we had a little down in UP, which is fine, we accept it. But we have an ideological fight with the BJP, and we will continue to do that. We had 5 elections. We formed a government in Punjab. We won the election in Manipur and Goa. That's not a bad result. It's true that we lost the election in Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand. If you look at our Uttarakhand election, you look at Punjab, who is running these elections? It's the regional leaders who are running the election. They are the people who fight the election, and they've been successful in Punjab. They've been successful in Goa. They've been successful in Manipur. But as far as the Congress party is concerned, we do need to make structural and organizational changes. That's a fact.
Rahul also accused the BJP of stealing the mandate by using money power to the 5 states. His comments came hours after the Supreme Court asked the BJP to go ahead with its oath-taking ceremony in Goa, where the governor did not invite the Congress despite the party having won the highest number of seats. Well, the Enemy Property Amendment and Validation Bill of 2016 was passed in Parliament on Tuesday. With this, successors of those who migrated to Pakistan and China during partition will have no claim over the properties left behind in India. Here's more.
Thank you, madam, for giving me
The Enemy Property Amendment Invalidation Bill 2016, which amends the Enemy Property Act 1968, was passed by voice vote in Lok Sabha on Tuesday. Home Minister Rajnath Singh said the amended bill will help the country save property worth 1 lakh crore rupees.
किसी भी भारत के नागरिक का कोई हक इसमें नहीं छीना जा रहा है। ये पूरी तरह से इस संबंध में क्लैरिटी होनी चाहिए, किसी को इस संबंध में संदेह नहीं करना चाहिए। यह सारी प्रॉपर्टीज एनिमी और एनिमी के हेयर्स माने एनिमी के जो उत्तराधिकारी हैं उनकी थी। अब भारत सरकार की वह कस्टडी में है, कोई अन्य तो इसका मालिक नहीं हो सकता है।
According to the bill, enemy property refers to any property belonging to, held or managed on behalf of an enemy subject or an enemy firm. The government has vested these properties in the custodian of Enemy Property for India, an office instituted under the central government.
ये भी सही है कि हिंदुस्तान के बहुत सारे मुस्लिम पॉपुलेशन है, वो डरते उसका शंका है कि ये सारे अगर ये ऑर्डिनेंस हो जाएगी तो उसके जिंदगी में नस्तनाबूद होने वाला है, उसके जिंदगी में बड़ा आर्थिक हानि होने वाला है।
एक तो रास्ता निकलना चाहिए कि कानून हाउस में पास करे और 5 बार ऑर्डिनेंस करके ये वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड नहीं बनाना चाहिए।
एक देश दूसरे देश को इस तरह से देश के नागरिक को शत्रु ये टर्म नहीं इस्तेमाल किया जाता है और हम कहते हैं वसुधैव कुटुंबकम।
The amendments that were approved are aimed at ensuring that the enemy properties that have been vested in the custodian remain so and do not revert to the enemy subject or firm. Pranav Goswami's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, it's time for a short break now, but news and updates will continue on the other side. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Taking its name from the abundance of simul or red silk cotton trees that bloom vividly here. The Simlipal National Park is home to 3 of India's biggest animal species: tiger, Asiatic elephant and gaur. Spread over a sprawling area of 2,750 square kilometers, set on a wide expanse of sal forest, this park is nestled in the very center of Mayurbhanj in Odisha. It is one of the most breathtaking nature reserves in India, with forests, grassy meadows and some beautiful waterfalls like Joranda and Badehipani. It is also home to an astounding 1,078 species of plants, including 94 species of orchids.
लामायूरू गोम्पा तकरीबन 1100 साल पुराना बौद्ध मठ फातुला से 15 किलोमीटर दूर श्रीनगर राजमार्ग पर स्थित इस मठ में कभी रहते थे 400 से ज्यादा लामा। दुनिया भर में मशहूर है इसकी सजावट और सैकड़ों कलाकृतियां। बौद्ध गुरु नरूपा ने यहाँ एक गुफा में कई साल की आराधना। मठ परिसर में है भगवान बुद्ध के अवतारों को समर्पित कई खूबसूरत मंदिर।
Welcome back. You're watching Rajya Sabha television. Well, expressing reservations over electronic voting machines, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has sought the use of ballot papers in the upcoming civic body polls in Delhi. Earlier, Delhi Congress Chief Ajay Makan too had requested Kejriwal to opt for ballot papers and shun EVMs in the corporation polls. Kejriwal is the second leader after BSP Chief Mayawati, who has questioned the reliability of electronic voting machines. Mayawati has alleged that EVMs in the recently concluded Uttar Pradesh Assembly polls were tampered with. Kejriwal has directed the Chief Secretary to write to the State Election Commission in this regard. Election to the 3 municipal corporations will take place on April 22nd and counting on April 25th.
ईवीएम के ऊपर चूंकि उसकी विश्वसनीयता के ऊपर एक प्रश्न चिन्ह लगा है, इसलिए हम ये चाहते हैं कि आगे का इलेक्शन हमारा खास तौर पे म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन इलेक्शंस हमारे बैलेट पेपर्स पे होने चाहिए, ताकि किसी को भी इस लोकतंत्र की प्रक्रिया के ऊपर प्रश्न चिन्ह किसी के या शक किसी के दिमाग में ना हो।
मायावती जी ने उत्तर प्रदेश के चुनाव में ईवीएम पर सवाल उठाए। दिल्ली के अंदर एमसीडी चुनाव बैलेट से कराया जाए, इसकी डिमांड कांग्रेस पार्टी ने की है, सीपीआई ने की है, सीपीएम ने की है, आरजेडी ने की है, जेडीयू ने की है, एनसीपी ने की है, आम आदमी पार्टी ने की है। तो आज इसके संबंध में माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी ने, अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने मुख्य सचिव को कहा है कि इसका एक प्रस्ताव बनाकर आगे भेजा जाए।
केजरीवाल जी को मैं बोलना चाहता हूं कि आप लोकतंत्र पे भरोसा करें, और अगर आपको ईवीएम पे भरोसा नहीं है, बैलेट पे भरोसा है, तो जिस ईवीएम के तहत आप 67 सीट पाए हैं, कल घोषणा करिए और हम उस पे चुनाव लड़ लेते हैं।
Well, inflation based on wholesale prices shot up to a 39-month high of 6.55% in February because of costlier food and fuel items. The wholesale price index based inflation, which reflects the annual rate of price rise, was at 5.25% in January. Food prices witnessed a sharp rise of 2.69% in February as compared to a deceleration of 0.56% in the previous month. This was mainly because of the sharp rise in rates of cereals, rice and fruits. The fuel basket also surged by 21.02% from 18.14% in January. The government also revised December inflation rate to 3.68% from the previous provisional reporting of 3.39%. Retail inflation also rose to 3.65% in February from 3.17% in January. Cross LOC travel was suspended since Monday after the Poonch-based cross-border trade facilitation center was damaged in heavy shelling by Pakistan. According to a Defence Ministry spokesperson, shelling damaged the two-story administrative block of the Trade Facilitation Centre at Chakandabag area along the LOC in Poonch, necessitating evacuation of the officials to safety. The unprovoked firing targeted Indian posts and civilian areas near the line of control, which led to the suspension of Cross LOC Poonch Rawalakot bus service as a precautionary measure. Monday's ceasefire violation was the second instance of ceasefire violation in less than 24 hours. Well, it's time for another breather on the program right now, but we'll be back with all the international and sports news. Stay tuned.
Tales that inspire. Stories of social change. A salute to diversity. Promoting public discourse. Events that motivate. Inspiring the innovative spirit. Watch Rajya Sabha television documentaries.
A labyrinth of hundreds of narrow stairway passages is a significant and historical component of what you popularly know as Bara Imambara. Some of these narrow stairways have dead ends, some end at precipitous drops, while others lead to entrance or exit points. Historically, Bhul Bhulaiya was constructed to confuse the enemy intruder, and the narrow lanes of the labyrinth can make anyone feel lost. The structure contains various strategically built hollows in the corridors.
Welcome back. You're watching Rajya Sabha television. Well, North Korea has threatened to launch strikes against the United States and South Korea in response to the joint military exercises carried out by the two countries. In a statement, North Korea has warned the United States of merciless attacks if an aircraft carrier strike group led by the US joins the South Korean forces. The statement also mentions that the arrival of the US strike group was part of a reckless scheme to attack North Korea. The statement comes after the allies began the Key Resolve simulated military exercise on Monday, as well as the Fall Eagle drills, which started on March 1st and will conclude by the end of April. Well, here's a roundup of the other international news and global buzz. The White House has confirmed that a meeting between US President Donald Trump and his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping was being planned. The purpose of the meeting would be to diffuse tensions over North Korea and the recent deployment of a third military battery to South Korea. White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer made this revelation amid reports that Trump and Xi would be meeting at Mar-a-Lago in Florida on April 6th and 7th. UK Prime Minister Theresa May has ruled out Scotland's First Minister Nicola Sturgeon's plans for a new independence referendum before Britain's exit from the European Union. The British Prime Minister also issued a stern rebuke to Sturgeon, accusing her of tunnel vision and saying that politics is not a game. On Monday, Nicola Sturgeon had confirmed that she will ask for permission to hold a second referendum on Scottish independence. Theresa May has been given the green light to start the formal Brexit process as MPs and Lords passed the Article 50 bill of EU's Lisbon Treaty, which would start the two-year divorce process with the bloc. The British Prime Minister finally won her long parliamentary battle after a threatened Conservative revolt in the Commons melted away. The bill will become a law after the Queen formally signs it, allowing May to begin Brexit anytime after. The US Senate has confirmed Indian-American Seema Verma for the top healthcare post. An Indiana healthcare consultant and a protege of Vice President Mike Pence, Verma was approved by a 55-43 vote, largely along party lines. She'll head the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, a part of the Department of Health and Human Services. Verma, a first-generation American whose parents migrated from India, takes over at CMS as a House Republican healthcare bill backed by Trump is touted to make sweeping changes to the agency. Well, in the ruling on the contentious headscarf issue, European Union top court said that private employers may bar staff from wearing Islamic headscarves and other visible religious symbols under certain conditions. The Court of Justice found that a Belgian firm which had a rule barring employees who dealt with customers from wearing visible religious and political symbols in order to project a public image of neutrality may not be guilty of discrimination if it met certain other conditions. Let's shift focus now and bring you up to speed with some sports news in Sports Speed. Durban will no longer hold the Commonwealth Games in 2022. The Commonwealth Games Federation said that the city did not meet the criteria set by the organization. Durban was awarded the Games in September 2015 and was due to be the first African city to host the event. Last month, South Africa's sports minister had indicated that Durban may not be able to host the event because of financial constraints. Search for a new host city had already begun, with Liverpool and Birmingham expressing interest. India and Australia are all geared up for the third test match to be played in Ranchi starting March 16th. The series is tied at 1-1 as the top two test teams in the world gear up to face each other. The match will also mark Ranchi's international debut in the longest format of the game. The touring side have called up Pat Cummins to replace injured pace spearhead Mitchell Starc for the last two matches. Pacer Mohammad Irfan has been suspended by the Pakistan Cricket Board for being in touch with a suspected bookmaker. Irfan has been charged with 2 violations and has 14 days to respond to the notice of charge. Mohammad Irfan is the third Pakistani player to be suspended under the anti-corruption code following the PCB's decision to send back batsmen Sharjeed Khan and Khalid Latif from Dubai on the second day of the Pakistan Super League. Well, that's it on this newscast. Have a good evening.